Hey everybody, I thought I'd make another video giving kind of an introduction to and a background on the channel and how I got here and what some of the intentions are with this channel and some of my background. So for me, I've recently sort of moved more towards the retirement end of the semi-retired spectrum. I've been a software developer for many years and an engineer and an entrepreneur, as well as an executive in the tech space, particularly internet startups, over many years. And so as I sort of looking around for hobbies, I thought I'd give this a try. I started to research the idea of giving this a try. And so it's way outside my wheelhouse. I'm not known as an artistic person. I've always expressed my art in sort of code, and if I held up a piece of code, most people aren't going to see the beauty in it, but that's kind of what I've always done. So this is a different kind of artistic expression, or I thought I could see if it could be. And so as I began, sort of looking into this, I have done video work before, particularly or primarily just sports related videos. I don't have a lot of experience with some of the audio editing and things that we'll have to be doing for ASMR videos, but I'm going to try to sort of figure that out. And again, before I even go on with this video, I'm just, this style of recording myself, it's just not talking about being outside my comfort zone. It's just not something I do very much or have done very much, particularly video. I mean, I take the occasional selfie, usually with my wife, but I don't tend to video myself very much, so it's very much outside my comfort zone. I can't tell you how many of these I've deleted, but how many attempts I've made to make one short video, when I know for a lot of people it's just natural and they can just do it. But so I'm not expecting to make a lot of this kind of video of myself. Most of the videos I'm going to make on this channel, I'm expecting to be more like show and tell, first person kind of videos, like some of the ones I've already done, and go along and continue along that path. But so that's kind of my background. I've been a software developer. I'm mostly retired now. I started looking into ASMR videos and YouTube channels. Again, I have a YouTube channel, but I've never tried to build an audience with it. It's just been something I've done for friends and family of my own, just kind of throwing videos up there for that kind of thing. So it's never something I've tried to really build an audience for. But so looking at a lot of the how-tos and getting started videos that I did check out was really great. I mean, I really appreciate those ASMR artists that have been, that have already built a good following and have a lot of this expertise sharing for those of us trying to get started, some good info, both on just the YouTube side and managing a channel and things like that, and also on the sort of tech startup side and that kind of thing. Not tech startup, but the technology and setup and things like that, of some of the technology involved. And a couple of big takeaways that I took to heart in learning and watching those videos is one is the expectations. So in my particular case, I'm doing this completely as a hobby. So I do appreciate the folks that are really trying to make a living off of it, or a good side business, and I appreciate that. But that's not where I'm sort of headed. So I'm just doing this as a hobby, as a way to do some artistic expression, like I said, of that I don't sort of outside my wheelhouse, outside my comfort zone, and just trying a few things. So for me, when I started this channel, I've got a few videos up, and like 5 subscribers or something. It's great. I mean, 5 is going to be a champagne day. 10 will be a champagne day if I ever get 10. 25 will be a champagne day if I ever get 25. I mean, it would be nice to have some followers, because just to know somebody's getting some benefit out of the channel. But that's not, I have my realistic expectations that when you just throw some videos out there, you're in a gigantic sea of artists and and videos being published, new people going on YouTube on a daily basis. Every second, there's probably a bunch of people signing up and creating new channels. So, just to get seen is not going to just magically happen. So that's one expectation that I think is very, very useful. I've worked, as I said, with a lot of startups over the years, and that's really one of the big sort of myths. And so many startup CEOs and entrepreneurs just somehow think they're going to magically get, a bunch of customers or subscribers or whatever they're trying to get. That'll just happen. That suddenly they'll have 1,000, then they'll have 10,000, then they'll have 1,000,000 or something crazy. And it's just not the way it works. Most companies barely get 1,000, right, at all, no matter how much they work. But you get the breakouts every once in a while. But so that's thing number one is I have my expectations. I think reasonably aligned. I love some of the early videos from some of the folks that really have a big audience now, and they did some of these early videos where they were excited about their first 10 or 25 subscribers or something, and I think that's great. I mean, it just shows how humble their expectations were in the beginning, and now that same video that they were excited to talk about 10 or 20 views or something now has like 50,000 views or something, and I think that's great. Another thing that I learned or that I'm taking to heart from the experts that I watch their videos and learn from is just get started. So instead of spending a bunch of energy buying a bunch of equipment and spending a bunch of money building things out and don't do anything until you get all just exactly the right equipment, I'm just doing that. I'm just starting, right? So very lo-fi. You couldn't get more lo-fi than the setup I'm dealing with right now. So this is just my camera, or I should say my phone, stacked up on a bunch of shoe boxes. I'm just using the lighting from this room. So you don't get much more lo-fi than that, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm taking to heart the experts that say just like don't wait to get just all the perfect equipment, and don't spend a bunch of money at first. Start with what you have and start making videos. And so that's what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to start, and maybe later there'll be some more equipment if it seems like I'm getting better at it and I could use more equipment. But as it is for now, I'm just going to get started with what I have and do my best with that. So that's another piece that I'm taking to heart. And so then the third thing I wanted to say about the channel, I've kind of already mentioned that I'm going to mostly not do this kind of a video very often. I don't expect to. I'm not, again, it's outside it's really not, I'm not very good at this. It takes me forever to make even a short little video because I always do everything wrong. I'm looking in the wrong place and supposed to be looking there, and I end up looking there. And so it's really a challenge for me. So I'm not really expecting to make a lot of these kind of videos. Plus, I don't expect to spend a lot of money on backdrops and green screens and doing all that. So I don't think I'll make a lot of videos like this. Most of my videos are going to be more first-person show and tell type things. But I also have a few ideas for some weird experiments that I might try. Some video ideas that I haven't seen a lot, so probably for a reason they probably won't work out that well. So at best I'll just call them experiments, and we'll see how that plays out. But mostly show and tell type videos, soft spoken show and tell. And then the last thing I wanted to say about the channel is that please, if you have an idea for content, or you have an idea for a video you'd like to see, request, I'd love to see that. Please comment and let me know any ideas like that or any requests, and also feedback. So if you've got some feedback about equipment or setup or editing or software tools, I'm basically using a Mac platform. So right now, again, I haven't gone out and spent a lot of money. I'm using iMovie and Audacity, or kind of, that's about it so far for software that I'm using. So Again, same kind of thing. I'm not right now looking at spending a lot of money on any of these things. I'm going to try to use what I have. But if you have any advice or thoughts on that, I'd appreciate that as well. So yeah, that's just a brief overview and kind of an introduction of kind of how I got here and where I, at least currently, where I'm thinking the channel will go in the direction that I'm taking it in. At least for start, that's what I'm thinking. So just wanted to thank you guys. If you have subscribed, I really appreciate it. If you haven't, please do so. And just wanted to give a little update and look forward to seeing you on a future video. So thanks again, and bye-bye.